Wind and Fire had broken up, okay, in the 80s. Or was that the 90s? The 90s.
Early 90s.
The early 90s. There was no more Earth, Wind and Fire. So I restarted Earth, Wind and Fire with Verdine, Johnny Graham, and then Freddie and Ralph, and then Andrew. We never had Larry or Philip, but we had enough of us that went out and we did gigs.
Right.
No, we were called Earth, Wind and Fire All Stars. And then we had cease and assist that. So
cease and desist order from
Maurice. Maurice's lawyer. And rightly so. But the band was dead. He wasn't doing nothing. Nobody was doing
And his
nothing.
brothers were performing.
Yeah, they
this.
were with me.
Yeah.
You know, but that was like, okay. And then I remember the day Verdine came to me and said, hey, man, because we were starting to get work, you know, but it's Earth, Wind and Fire All Stars. And he said, hey, man, bros, I think may want to come back and do this again after I've got it started and roll it again. Yeah, well, that's exactly what happened. And so I made an exit.
And Maurice started back.
And Maurice started, started the band, restarted the band. Almost with, Andrew was working with me, so was Freddie. Ralph was working. All of them pretty much were working with me. So once I made that exit, I'm trying to remember what happened. I didn't go back, and Larry didn't go back. And I think Maurice realized that, he said in his book that he realized it was the end of an era, that, you know, he thought that the two key musicians, Larry and myself, well, I mean, Verdine, I'm sure, and all that were there, but I mean, we were two key. There was us four. The rhythm section, held the whole shit together. You know?
Right.
So when we didn't,
Freddie wasn't there. You weren't there.
Larry
wasn't there.
Yeah.
Johnny wasn't there. And I like to use this terminology, the classic lineup.
Okay, yeah.
You all were the classic lineup because there was all kind of people.
Yeah.
Shit, it was about 10 people before you all were in the
right.
band.
That's true.
You know,
It was a
Roland
whole other
Batista, Jessica Cleaves, Ronnie Laws, I don't know who else, but the classic lineup starts when you get in the band, would you say? Or
I would say, yeah.
you go from the Earth, Wind and Fire All Stars to the
Al McKay. What was it? LA
All Stars with
yeah.
Verdine, Andrew, Johnny. I
Freddie.
remember that. And you did the gigs at BB King's in Universal City.
We traveled mostly to Japan, and sometimes that was the only gig, was Japan. We weren't well known, and I didn't promote myself that much. The people that knew us were overseas. So here in the United States, a lot of people don't even know I got a band that's overseas. A lot of people thought I died. You know, I mean, hey, a lot of folks are gone at my time. You know,
Right.
they don't see me no more. People say, Al McKay's still around? Is he dead? Well, no. But, you know, because we've been working overseas for the last 20 years.
Right.
You know? And we did well over there. You know, we built up a great reputation.
Then you started going to Europe, and it became the Al McKay All Stars, or Earth, Wind and Fire Experience, featuring Al
Earth, Wind and Fire
McKay.
Experience came later, around 2004.
Okay.
But no, and that wasn't my idea. I wasn't trying to be Earth, Wind and Fire. This was the promoter that that signed us to perform in Europe. And you know, nobody knew who Al McKay All Stars were. You know, I mean, once you read the thing and people said or what you heard who it was, okay, well then, oh, that's who it is. But you know, he came up with the idea of Earth, Wind and Fire Experience.
Is that legal?
He had a copy written. It belongs to him. Earth, Wind and Fire Experience, featuring the Al McKay All Stars. You see that on the marquee? As long as I don't know what. So anyway, that was it, and we performed like that for a few years, and then a couple of years became, they shortened it up, they made it Al McKay's Earth, Wind and Fire. That's not what they wanted to hear, you know, and but actually they thought it was better that because people used to get us confused. Earth, Wind and Fire, here Al McKay from Earth, Wind and Fire, and he's got his band, wait a minute, who's the real? Anyway, it all worked out. This band was better than that band, the first the LA All Stars. Let's do, the band that we got now is just so much better. So much better. Great singers. Tim Owens and Claude Woods and DeVere Duckett. I mean, these cats sound like Earth, Wind & Fire vocally. They really do.
And no machines used, no recordings?
No drum machines, no extra recordings, nothing on the side, nothing fake. Everything you hear and see is what you see what you get and hear.